Hey guys, so as promised I'd give you a more in-depth tutorial on how exactly to throw your new yo-yo. So here we are. I've got the one-drop Countach that I just showed you how to string up, and I've got it on my finger now like I showed you, and let's get into throwing. So as I briefly explained in the last video, whether you have a pretty deep V like this, or you just have something more like the Spin Star yo-yo that I recommended in the buyer's guide video, you want to get your middle finger around the yo-yo. You can cup it with the rest of your hand if that's more comfortable, but usually it's kind of like a Spider-Man hand almost when you're pointing the rest of your fingers out. And then you start at shoulder height with your arm curled, palm up, and it's really just letting the yo-yo roll off of your hand. So I throw just like this, and then you flip your hand over. And that's a place that can get a lot of people stuck, is they want to do the throw and the hand flip way too quickly, and so it ends up looking like this, and you throw sideways and it just goes sideways. So that's a really common mistake I see. So there's really no rush to flipping your hand over. You throw, you can see here the string is still draping over my middle finger, so that tells you that you had a really nice straight forward throw because it went directly off your middle finger, and then you flip it over, and that's all. And then you can start doing your tricks. In all the videos I'm going to be shooting, you'll see that after I throw, to get it to come back up, I always do this. That's just called a bind. The next video I post is going to be all about binds and unresponsive versus responsive yo-yos. But for now, you can just know that if you bought a responsive yo-yo, that's awesome. And so after you throw, all you're going to have to do to get it to come back up is give it a really good flick of the wrist, which that time for some reason my yo-yo decided to come back up, which is funny. So anyways, if you see me doing that and you're wondering what's going on, just know that with your yo-yo every time, and I guess today mine is doing it too, that you should just have to flick your wrist and it'll come back up. I'll give you a side profile here. So again, I've got my yo-yo around my middle finger. Let's see if this can show up here. The string should be on the top of the yo-yo. So directionality matters a little bit. That is opposed to if the yo-yo was facing this way, and it's that motion. Kind of hard to explain here. It's kind of like the old debate of what direction the toilet paper goes on the toilet paper holder. It's the same idea here. The string goes over the top. You'll really quickly get a sense of that, because if you were to do it the other way, it's not going to go off your hand very smoothly. So just know, like I said before, when you throw straight, it should roll directly off of your finger. And if it's draping over your hand like that, you know you've gotten a really good throw. So now back to the side. You're just going to stick your arm out just like that, like I said, at about shoulder height. And you just let it go off. And that's all there is to it, really. That and practicing. My hands are a little sweaty, so my yo-yo's sticking to it. But just letting it roll off your finger, practicing that slow flip so you don't send it off tumbling, and that's all it is. You can get really physical with it and give it a really powerful flick, and then it'll come up extra fast. But it's as simple as just letting it roll off your hand. In fact, if I kind of manually do it and get it going, you can just let it fall. And that's it. I guess I'll also cover briefly the breakaway throw. You'll see a lot of advanced players throwing sideways. You see now that I'm facing the camera and I'm throwing. So that's a different type of throw called a breakaway. I'll cover it in a later video, but essentially you're starting the yo-yo sideways instead of forward. And you can do that either by just rotating your general grip like this, or some players start the yo-yo sideways on their hand and roll it off of their palm like that. And what this allows you to do is it opens up a whole world of tricks. There are plenty of front side tricks that I'll be teaching you, but as you get more advanced, for whatever reason, the breakaway just allows you to do more complicated tricks. So yeah, I think that's all I'm going to cover in this video. Stay tuned and have at it.